It is the final Saturday of summer as Sacramento State football is back. We're here at Hornet Stadium where the Sacramento State Hornets welcome in the Central Arkansas Bears, the middle game of a three-game homestand. We welcome everybody into our booth here. I'm Jason Ross, along with the former Hornet player and coach, Darren Arbett. Darren, what a response last week from these Hornets. And really, the go-go offense, it featured that run game. It was awesome a week ago.
It really was. They were explosive in that second half, and they had three guys. Rodney Hammond Jr., number 2, 118 yards and 1 touchdown. Damian Henderson the second, number 4. You see him right there busting through there. He had 3 touchdowns. That was 1 right there. And then number 28, Sam Adams the second, 1 touchdown. The big fella was rumbling and bumbling and getting it to the end zone.
Yeah, the versatility the offense showed on the ground with the variety of weapons made it so difficult for Mercyhurst to stop. In fact, the Hornets scored on 6 consecutive possessions to end up getting that separation in the game. So the numbers started to rack up, and it proved to be a very successful day, which was the first victory of the season and the first victory for Brennan Marion. You see the numbers for Coach there, 42 rushing attempts, 5 rushing touchdowns, and nearly 350 yards. Now, today's opponent, the Central Arkansas Bears, and Darren, they're going to want to throw the ball as Luther Richardson, their quarterback, is going to be the guy that's the featured player.
He's been at Middle Tennessee State and Cincinnati. Now he's here, 6'3", 225 pounds. He can run, he can throw the football. Look for him to lead that offense.
Well, Coach Marion leading his team to the Hornet Walk. They're ready to go today for this middle game of the 3-game homestand. They're anxious to get out here. The fans, yeah, they're ready to go too, and it's always a good time to tailgate. What do we got cooking today? Look at that nice plate of food. That's Mr. Riley out there. Everybody's ready for this one. Look at our coaches today. The head coach, Nathan Brown, bringing in the visiting Central Arkansas Bears. They've got a win, a couple of losses on the season. This is a good program, though. They've been very successful in the last 20 years, if you really look at the big picture. And Brendan Marion, no cowboy hat tonight for the coach, but he did taste victory for the first time as a college head coach here at Sacramento State. And the thing, Darren, about Coach Marion, you've had a chance to talk to him this week. Yeah, it's a win, but you got the feeling the coach knows there's a lot more out there from this team.
He's so smooth, though.
Jason,
I just like watching him coach. He lets me sit in the meetings. He's great with the young men. He's awesome with the coaches. He knows what he's doing. He's a leader of men.
Well, he got the victory. He wanted it. He's tried to downplay it because, look, it's the players that get the job done, but he and the coaching staff really helped lead that charge last week. Now, in the final game before Big Sky play starts, which is next week when they'll take on Cal Poly. You see it, a beautiful night here in Sacramento. And the Hornets will take this opening kickoff, and they'll go for it. That's Rodney Hammond, who lost his cleat, and obviously that affected his running ability. The cleat is still sitting back at the goal line. Rodney will run that down, and tough to keep on your feet in that slippery turf like that.
It really is. Excited to watch this go-go offense. I know they got started the second half last week, and that was a big emphasis this week. Let's start fast.
And that offensive line, which is really consistent for Sacramento State. And you see what they were able to do. Cardell Williams getting his second start as the quarterback for Sacramento State, responsible for 3 touchdowns and 228 total yards. Short side run to Henderson, who was the kind of the benefactor of the most stats last week. But look, Darren, we know, and we've seen this Hornet team play, they're going to run 4, 5, 6 running backs. Even Cardell Williams will run too.
But Dylan Williams, number 3, you saw there for Central Arkansas, that linebacker spot coming downhill, making a play for his football team. I'm sorry, that strong safety spot.
On second down, the Hornets do an end around. And this is Ontario Smith into the open space. Has a Hornet first down on the far sideline, taking it in front of the Bears sideline, tackled at the 35.
And the Bears there thought they had him bottled up. And you're going to see the pitch here to Ontario Smith. See, they thought they had him bottled up there. Ontario Smith Jr. has the ball now. And look at him running down there, making things happen for the Hornets.
Late substitution, Gavin Nelson, the tight end, gets situated at the line of scrimmage. This Bear defense, kind of a 4-2-5 is what they'll feature for defensive coordinator Chad Williams. Cardell dumps underneath. That's Sam Adams. And Adams scoots down the sideline before being pushed out of bounds. He'll gain 8 on first down.
And that was another emphasis, just getting the ball to Sam Adams Jr. and letting him run. And you saw there the big fella got downfield.
Our featured impact players today for Sacramento State, Ernest Campbell. They call him Flash, the fastest man in college football. He's electrified this early part of the season. Second down and short. Here's another end around on a toss to the near side and getting tackled right at the line of scrimmage, or right at the first down marker. And Jaquale Smith, the freshman, whose first touch as a Hornet. So yet another running back getting an opportunity and gets just enough to move the chains. As we look at our defensive impact players for Central Arkansas, this is a defense that is trying to replace a lot of different players. Dude Person in the back end of the defense. But their most impactful player was David Walker, an All-American, won the Buck Buchanan Award a year ago. Here's a dump off to Rodney Hammond. Stop and start. Loses Dude Person and takes it into Bear territory down to the 36-yard line. And that right there is a first down brought to you by Golden One, the official credit union of Sacramento State Athletics.
What a play by Hammond there, getting that football, just making something happen, getting down there. That stop move and then continuing to run, and probably got about another 5 to 7 yards on that play. Tremendous play by him.
Might see there in kind of that slot tight end position is Sam Adams. He will block, and in the backfield, tripped up is Henderson. Just not a lot of running room. Tried to get to the outside, Darren, but there just was nothing there.
No, it wasn't nothing. You have Travion Traylor there, number 41, Bradley Clark, Williams, number 34, Jones, number 16, on the other side of that line of scrimmage, making a play for the Bears.
This snap from the 39. Cardell William holds, looks over the middle. Nice catch in stride. That's Adams down near the goal line. Out of bounds inside the 10 as he'll take it to the 9-yard line. It'll be first and goal for the Hornets.
That wasn't a nice catch. That was a tremendous catch by Sam Adams, the second there. Look at this catch. Look at that. Caught it, kept his eyes on it, and then look at that straight arm right there and got out of bounds. A huge first down for the Hornets. They really like Sam Adams. They featured him a lot, and they're going to move him around and try to get the ball to him.
So this opening drive has been efficient and effective. It's now first and goal from the 8. Cardell works from the gun. He'll hand it off. That's Hammond, and Hammond is in from 8 yards out. Touchdown, Sacramento State.
What a play by Hammond, just running right up the middle, and the big guys, Herman, Riley, Soto, Meek, opening up that hole so he can get into that end zone. Great job by the Hornets.
So 6-0 Sacramento State. That's touchdown brought to you by Motherlode Moving and Storage, the preferred mover of Sacramento State Athletics. I mean, that was efficient, effective, really no resistance. And now Sacramento State on for the extra point try. This is Grant Metters. And after a high snap, ball placed down by Cal McGough, and the Hornets waste little time. And with 11-11 on that first quarter scoreboard, it's 7-0. And Darren, I think that drive was pretty smooth by Sacramento State's side of things. And so many different things you're looking at here, including a battle here of quarterbacks. And these two quarterbacks in this 9-1-6 features two proud FCS programs. They're both battle-tested QBs, really, if we look at it. And these squads are trying to be potential future FBS status teams, and a win today would really make those expectations come into more focus, I would say, for both squads. And Darren, if part of the goal is to get as many wins as you can at the FCS level and see what that does for your future FBS prospects, opening drives like that are pretty impressive.
Yeah, Coach wants to get that go-go offense going. Got it going in the second half last week. Wanted to start fast. They definitely did that. So he's got what he wanted for this game so far. Now he's probably telling them, let's be consistent offensively and moving the football.
So far so good for the Hornets. 7-0 Sacramento State on their opening possession here in this middle game, as we said, of a 3-game homestand. And now it'll be Central Arkansas with their first opportunity to get their hands on the football. We mentioned they're 1-2 so far. They defeated Arkansas Pine Bluff a couple of weeks ago. Had a tough schedule here with Missouri and last week Tarleton State, who is now 3rd in the FCS rankings. So first opportunity now as the Hornets defense will come out on the field. But Darren, we talked about Luther Richardson. This is a guy that he can scoot a little bit. Look, he can throw it. They're going to want to get into their playmaking wide receivers, but Luther can also run as a quarterback.
He really can. He makes a lot of stuff happen. Look at that 62% passing completion, 5 touchdowns, 173 yards per game. He's the guy that makes this offense go. And if someone knows about quarterbacks, it's Coach Brown.
He's one of the most decorated quarterbacks the school has ever had. He's in their Hall of Fame. Here's a dump out into from the backfield. Releasing was wide receiver, and that's Malachi Henry. They told us they want to get the ball to him, and he is a returning freshman All-American.
Yeah, just an out route making that happen. You see here the Hornets just running that touchdown again right up the middle. Nice run by the Hornets.
All right, here's a dive handoff up the middle after that 2nd and short. Now it's going to be 3rd and workable here for the visiting Bears. 3rd and 2 as they ran up the middle to Landon Chambers. And looks like we have, the starting middle linebacker, Derek Houston, down on the field for the Hornets. As we look at our offensive impact players, we mentioned Malachi Henry. They're really going to want to get him the football. Want to get him in favorable matchups is how they worded that, and they just trust his athletic ability there. But right now they attend to Derek Houston, the leading tackler for Sacramento State. Hornets lead 7-0. Mental to everything the Hornets do defensively. He's been one of their best players on the defensive side.
Playing really well. 29 tackles coming into this game, 1 sack. But let's not talk about the sacks. Let's talk about the pressure he's been putting on quarterbacks coming from that middle linebacker spot.
Well, here's an early 3rd down that Coach Nathan Brown said we just got to be better on 3rd down, really on both sides of the ball. Get off the field defensively and continue to get 1st down conversions on those 3rd and shorts, and that's what they have here. And it's a run trying to push the pile, and good second effort by the Bears to get just enough for a 1st down with a carry by Landon Chambers.
Yeah, 55 Landon Bridges, offensive lineman, did a nice job getting up to that 2nd level, getting his running back past that those sticks, so they got a 1st down, the Bears.
So in their first possession, as you get a good look at the defensive impact players for the Hornets. Quickly, 1st and 10. Here's a dive out, run up the middle. That's Chambers, got to the 2nd level before Koa Akui tackles him after an 8-yard pickup.
Just saw right there, the center got up to the next level, and the 4 offensive linemen, guard, tackle on each side, got a body on a body, and he just got through that line of scrimmage for a big gain.
Koa Akui there. Oscar Moore led the team in tackles, had a sack and an interception last week. Richardson throws it out of the backfield. That's Chambers. Chambers on the move, and he's got a 1st down near midfield.
Chambers is running hard, and I like what Coach Brown, because remember, he's a play caller now, Jason.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job with Richardson, just giving him easy throws, runs up the middle. He's just trying to stay in front of those chains, and he's doing a nice job on this drive here.
Pita V is in for the Hornets as an edge rusher. Hornets showing 4. That's Chambers in motion. Dump off to Chambers with space in front of him across midfield. And quickly the Hornets in pursuit. Ricky Lee over there. And then Tavion McKenzie hold him to 8 yards. But a lot of space open on that side of the field.
It really was, because they're flooding that side. And then he's leaking that back out and making that's just that check down throw. And he's doing a nice job getting that ball there, and that's Richardson.
3 for 3 so far. Here's Chambers again, the workhorse on this drive. Takes it close to the Hornet 20. Backside official launches a flag at the end of the play. So we'll see what our head referee today, Rob Quello, has to say.
Got a holding, huh?
Yep. So the Bears will have to retreat after that nice run. Chambers doing a lot of the work here so far. He's a sophomore from Keller, Texas. Did have a 100-yard game versus Arkansas Pine Bluff in the middle game of their 3-game schedule.
Ball is placed at the Hornet 46-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
I like him. He's played well. 207 yards, 1 TD. Catches the ball well out the backfield.
Already working on 30 on the ground. And now Richardson will keep it. And the Hornets stay disciplined on that outside. Oscar Moore wasn't going to let him get outside, and he drops him for a loss of 2.
Oscar Moore played that perfectly, just outside in. You're going to see Oscar Moore. Look at him right there, coming up. Just coming up, breaking down, making that play. Not letting the quarterback get outside or inside.
Well, now it's 3rd and long for the visiting Bears. Hornets scored in their opening possession to take a 7-0 lead. 3 receivers, bottom of your screen. Richardson steps, dumps it off underneath. That's complete. Now the Hornets in pursuit, and they're going to keep him short of the 1st down. Jalen Williams will make the tackle after Jalen Washington made the catch.
Yeah, Washington made that catch, and Hornets defensive backs are coming up and playing nice. See, that's a little dump off right there. Coming out, making that play right there. Number 5, Moore. Coming from that linebacker spot, making a nice play.
Coach Nathan Brown leaving his offense out on the field. It's way too long for a field goal. May not gain a lot of yards if you elect to punt. Play clock is at 10. Hornets have to be ready for a hard count. Richardson, he was going to punt it. And this is not a good punt. He needs to get a great roll. It checks up. And will be down at the 22. For the 2nd time this season, Richardson will punt. He has done this one other time in a game and not as effective as he had hoped. The Hornets strike first with a 7-0 lead, and they're going to have the ball for a 2nd time to see if they can add on. Cardell Williams and the Hornet offense out here for possession 2. First one couldn't have been much better. 8 plays, 85 yards, ended in a Rodney Hammond rushing touchdown. And for Hammond, that's his 2nd on the ground this year. Hornets scored 2 touchdowns the first 2 weeks. They scored 7 last week. And now the offense trying to add on to this early lead. It's Hammond. And Hammond is bottled up. Nice job by the Bears defense, trying to stack him up, keep that gain to just 1.
Their DBs are coming up and playing. Their 2nd-level players are really coming up and playing well for their football team. Number 8, Shell, well, at the end up there, and then they played great leverage up top.
Cardell throws a high ball. It's caught by Jordan Anderson. He is spun around but stays on his feet and lays down on the 31-yard line, leaving the Hornets 1 yard short of a 1st down.
Just getting the ball to playmakers. Anderson gets the ball. Look at this, just getting it out right now to Anderson. Letting him show what he can do, and he breaks that 1st tackle. Gets a few yards there for the Hornets.
7th catch on the season for Jordan Anderson. Freshman from Inglewood, was at Oregon State. Cardell Williams will throw. Looking far side, has wide open. It's Jordan Anderson, had to wait for the ball, and his weight will reward him all the way down to the 17-yard line. Big hookup for the Hornets.
They brought 6 up front, almost got to the quarterback. Williams got that off. And like you said, Anderson had to wait for the football. Almost got away. That cut right there and slipped, got it down. But watch the pressure. Look at this. They're bringing 6. One's unblocked there. Williams saw it, got the ball off. Couldn't get a lot on it. Got enough so Anderson could catch that ball. Big play, Hornets.
52 yards later, and now Cardell Williams will call his own number. Tries to get to the outside and takes it down to the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 7 yards for Sacramento State, as they continue to push this and get inside the red zone, as Sacramento State is in that future automotive red zone.
Pick up a 5, 2nd down and
yeah, nice pickup by Cardell. He just saw that ends cave down. He took off, There's a foot race between him and the second level guy, and he got 5 yards. Great play.
Norris is in as a third back. He's the fullback. Also Adams and Henderson. Henderson off the left side, and he goes low. Nice tackle made right near the first down marker. And in fact, the Hornets will be a yard short.
Just a down block and a pull. The handoff still comes up short, though. The Bears did a nice job defensively coming up and making a play there.
Yep.
Yes, Williams and Jones is playing well for him.
Rodney Hammond now lined up in the slot in the top part of your screen on third down and short. Cardell Williams, jump pass, it's caught, that's Adams, end zone, touchdown, Sacramento State from 9 yards out.
Want to get the ball to Sam Adams. Big guy, great speed, tremendous hands. He can make things happen once you get the ball to him, and you saw they got it to him, and he basically walked it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hornets.
Grant Matters in for the extra point.
6 plays, 78 yards. Cardell Williams 7 for 7 so far. And a touchdown pass for Adams. His third grab for 48 yards and a score. Extra point is true. And Sacramento State, the go-go, is making a statement here early against Central Arkansas. Adams normally a runner, but he can catch a little bit too. All right, Darren, what do you see here on this last score by the Hornets?
Just trying to get the ball up to Sam, and you see number 74. He just went up the field there, Meek, to block, body on the body. And you see Sam Adams, the second there, getting it into the end zone, making things happen.
In the last game, the Hornets had to take a knee on their final possession after the game was secured. If you remove that, because it counts as possession, Darren, they've scored on 8 consecutive offensive possessions. The last 6, the kneel down, we remove that, and these first 2. The go-go's on full display right now.
It's going.
Yep, that's for sure. And here's Central Arkansas with a nice return before getting it out to the 20, about the 21-yard line. And so that was Durham. And Jacob Jones made the tackle. So it's 14-0. Look, Darren, this is still a lot of football left. If you're Coach Nathan Brown, you came out here to California, the first ever matchup between these two teams. You got to stick around in this one longer. You know, the game's not out of hand yet, but you got to be careful here.
He's won a lot of football games.
Absolutely.
He has a lot of confidence in his line. They averaged 311 pounds on that offensive line. Big running backs, 205-pound average. Tall receivers, almost 6'2" per guy. They're productive. Their quarterback can play. So he's just going to hope the game continues to go and his offense does what they have to do.
Yeah, in this one they're going to get the benefit of a penalty. The pass was intended for Manny Smith, but both the side judge and the back judge are going to call an infraction on the Hornets. So that'll give them better field position with the marker here.
Pass interference. Number 17 to defense. By rule, the ball will be placed in the spot of the foul. An automatic. First down.
All right, so that moves them into better field position for the visiting Bears. Again, 1-2 lost to Missouri. They played up in the FBS level at 61-6. The next week on the Stripes on their home field, they won 41-17 over Arkansas Pine Bluff, and last week had a tough one with third-ranked Tarleton State, lost 56-10. Here's a run right, but and breaking free is Chambers. Chambers gets to the next level and all the way out to midfield. Seemed like an innocent, harmless run, but 17 yards later, first down Bears.
Yeah, Chambers, hard runner there, running through that line of scrimmage. Look at him right there, just running through that first tackler, running through the second tackler, and finally, McKenzie gets him downfield.
Deep ball, far sideline into traffic, well contested, well covered on the far side. Looking for Tyrell Pollard, incomplete. But the Hornets right there, step for step. And that was Jason Oliver on the coverage for the Hornets.
Great coverage by Jason Oliver. As you said, step for step. Might even been ahead of him a little. Was there to make a play if need be.
Yeah, it almost looked like Oliver had a better chance to catch it, but No damage done against the Hornets. 2nd down and 10 at midfield. Durham's in the backfield. He'll get the run. He'll run right. And he is pinched between 2 and dropped ultimately after a short gain. That was Diego Davis. And hearing a little bit about Ty Durham from Coach Nathan Brown, he said, Darren, he's an old school player. He's fearless. He goes, I hate to say it, but he has really no regard for his body. And he'll just go into any kind of situation in battle.
Yeah, you saw number 16, Higgins. Caleb Higgins made that tackle there. Played it, started off at Cal and transferred here. Made a nice tackle there.
3rd and 9. Bears got here before, ultimately punted on 4th down from the quarterback, Luther Richardson. And he's back to throw. Dump off, flag is down. It's caught by Chambers. 1st down and a lot more down to the Hornet 21-yard line. But the marker is at the line of scrimmage. Now, each team has a penalty. That last one on the Bears was really damaging, and well, their offensive line is moving downfield. They must know something.
Illegal formation. Too many men in the backfield. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Maybe they were trying to sell it to the refs because the offensive line all moved downfield.
Yeah, and you see Coach Brown is over there giving it to the official right now, telling him he's wrong.
47-yard line is 3rd.
Well, now they move on the other side of the 50.
That's the 2nd series. They've got a penalty and got moved back after having a big gain. So
these are little things that they're trying to clean up. They're going to go empty. And now in the backfield, that's Cam Young shifting into motion. 3rd and long. They're going to run it. Here's Young, and he runs into a wall of Hornets. Nowhere to go. And so now it'll be 4th and long for the visiting Bears. Let's see what the defense did here, because there was no hole to be had at all.
So nothing there. See the Hornets, look at them just playing on the other side of that line of scrimmage. And look at that linebacker coming in there, number 44, Diego Davis, making a play. Filling that gap, playing downhill. That's all the things you want to hear your defensive coordinator say in the meeting room.
On 4th down, it's Trace Beard, as the punter. Beautiful spiral that's going to land in the end zone. So it was a great kick, but he outkicked the field really and his coverage. It will be a touchback. And so possession number 3 coming up for the Hornets. And right now, Darren, when I look at some of these numbers statistically, they're running effectively. Cardell Williams is 7 for 7 for 130 yards. The go-go is a problem for the Bears.
From the first week I was in the building to this week when I was in the building, the confidence level is really high. They're starting to feel comfortable in this offense, and if they continue to feel comfortable, and they're very explosive as a football team, it's going to be interesting.
They may be looking for Ernest Campbell. They are in a deep shot to Campbell, and it's nearly intercepted. Damari Smith read that well, and the Hornets, if they can get a linebacker, maybe even a safety on him, the fastest man in football, he got down there, but it was well covered.
They really did. They got down there, them being the Bears, and making a play. Number 5, Marcus Washington, Mississippi. He was downfield there. He saw that, and he flipped his hips and ran and was right there.
First incompletion for Cardell Williams, and this play will be stopped. As a false start will go against the Hornets.
Number 79 to the offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So now the Hornets pick up their 2nd infraction. With a 2-score lead, Hammond with a touchdown run, Adams with a touchdown reception. You get a good look at that big offensive line, including Jordan Herman on that left tackle spot, 6'8", 346 pounds.
That's a big man.
Yes. Kendall Riley's up there that we saw his dad out of the barbecue in our open. I think Dave Cox, our producer, took that play to barbecue.
He did?
He did. We confirmed it. We've got multiple sources. Here on a 2nd and long, a little draw. Here's Henderson in open space. And Henderson could go! He's gone! Touchdown!
play by Henderson. Colorado State comes to Sac State. This is his second great game. Big run for him. Talked about him in the open. He has great size, great speed. Look at him. Once he gets through the hole, the DBs have the angle. See, he points. The DB has the angle. Look at him running by the DBs. He has speed. He has size. He has it all. Touchdown, Hornets.
After a hat trick last week, now his longest run as a Hornet. He had a career high last week, and maybe even better today. 20-0. Hornets. Extra point. It's good. My goodness, what a start. 3 possessions, 3 scores in a variety of ways. And Sacramento State extends another look here, Darren.
Yeah, just great blocking. The big fella up front, like you said, Herman and Riley on that side, open up that hole. And look at Henderson. No one was going to catch him. He has a lot of speed.
Unbelievable. That feeling, too, when you're clear. I mean, he was directing traffic while he's running. He's running to the new buzz zone, and he was just waiting for the fans down there, knowing he's not going to get caught.
The DBs had the angle on him, and he just ran by him.
85 yards, 2 plays in 80 seconds. Remember, the Hornets had the penalty to go back, and Central Arkansas has been hit with a haymaker here early.
I mean, when you have explosive running backs like Hammond Jr., Henderson the second, Adams the second, then you have Curtis, who's not even playing right now, arguably one of the best, if not the best. I mean, that's a heck of a backfield, Jason, to put out there on the field. And we haven't even talked about the 10 flat 100-meter guy in Campbell.
Yep. Who they look for first on that drive, but now they will boot it away. Fireball's been busy, and he will crush this one into the end zone for a touchback. So 21-0 here in the first quarter. So make that, again, 9 out of the last 10 possessions the Hornets have scored, and the one they didn't, we mentioned, was a kneel down in the victory formation. So they have found a groove, Darren. They scored 2 touchdowns the first 2 weeks, and now 9 consecutive touchdowns.
But, you know, you talk about the 4 running backs I talk about. We haven't even talked about Jordan Williams, how athletic he is, the 6'5", 230-pound tight end from Colorado State. But we'll get back to that offense here in a minute.
Yeah, now it's back to the defense, who loves that they're pitching a shutout so far. They've given up some points and some yards, really, more the first couple of weeks, but not as many points. 1st and 10. Richardson will hand off. Nice run again by Chambers, and the only one to save that from being another long run was Yabrell Emerson from the safety spot for the Hornets. I'll tell you what, they should just keep going. Chambers here, Darren, he's getting chunk plays.
He really is. He runs hard. I like Chambers.
Sophomore from Keller, Texas, leading rusher. Richardson out to the far boundary. It's caught. Going out of bounds after the catch and carry to the 40. And that's Tyrell Pollard.
Yeah, just an out route to Pollard for the first down, and have to be impressed with Richardson's arm. You see, he got that out there quick. He just rose up and got that ball out there to the receiver for the first down. Nice throw.
All right, 1st and 10 from the gun again. It's Richardson, Luther Richardson. Slant was knocked away. Quick slant. Hornets in pursuit. Coverage was there, nearly tipped away. That was Ricky Lee knocking it loose.
Great play by Ricky Lee, getting his hand in there, reading that play. They had the trips to that side. The middle receiver ran the slant route, and Ricky Lee read that and broke it up.
2nd and 10 coming up. Total yardage right now, 248 to 74. Hornets have already put up 248 in the opening quarter. Here's a little delay. And Richardson actually will keep it, and the Hornets snuff it out. So multiple players making plays, and that's Devin Wright keeping him to no gain, a loss of 1.
Look, Devin Wright. Watch him just stay at home, look at him there, and then open up. Look how athletic he is at 6'5", 215 pounds, making that play. And the thing I like about him, he can really pass rush.
Yeah, I mean, Darren, he lost his footing. You could see he was trailing that, but still got his bearings back to make a heck of a play. Well, the first quarter couldn't have gone any better for the home team. The Hornets, 3 touches, 3 scores. 21-0 on the last Saturday of summer in Sacramento. We begin the second quarter. It's a 3rd and 11 for the Central Arkansas Bears, already down by 3 scores at 21-0. Feels like an important play to keep this ball out of the Hornets' hands, and the Hornets are going to get a sack. Devin Wright had the play to end the first quarter, and he has the first play of the second quarter.
And I told you, I said I really like him as a pass rusher. He ran around the corner there. He has a great first step. Watch him there and look at him on 58, going inside. Also had power there. You saw that power that he displayed. Getting in, coming off that block, shedding it, getting the sack for him. Nice play, young man.
And that sack is brought to you by Wendy's, proud partner of Sacramento State Athletics on the season. That is the 11th sack by this Hornet defense. Hornets bring pressure. Oh, and they run into the punter. That'll be a marker. Punt was way short. And that'll be scooped up at the 34-yard line. And the punter, Trace Beard, is still down. Easy call to make for the officials, and hopefully Beard is okay.
Yeah, his leg was
running into the kicker. Number 12 of the defense. It's a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, that leg's extended. It's always tough on those punters when their leg is extended like that and they get hit.
Good to see Beard up and walking off the field. He's averaging just under 43 yards a punt. Here's another look.
See him bringing it, coming right up the middle there, and you want to go where his leg is, in front of where his leg is going to be. Oliver just took that bad angle, and he knows it. Probably do the drill, if not every day, every time they practice the punt return team. You just take that angle, go in front of his leg.
So the Hornets will still have possession here as the penalty was declined, but excellent field position. Darren, that first quarter, 3 touches, 3 touchdowns, 248 yards and 21 points. You know, offenses talk about getting in a rhythm. You practice to have quarters like that. That was phenomenal.
This looks like a halftime stat sheet. The reason they declined that penalty, I would think because their punter isn't healthy right now. So to re-punt it, he's okay with the yardage right now, even though it isn't great.
Here's the delay give to Adams, and Adams is stopped in the backfield. As Lewis and Clark, hey, Lewis and Clark were in there on the stop.
Yeah, Bradley Clark, 6'2", he's 320 pounds, from Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Second and long for the Hornets. Cardell Williams looks out to the far side. There's Flash, Ernest Campbell, and you really try to get him in open space. He is light of frame and got dropped quickly. Got a few yards before Kyle Vokey with the tackle.
Yeah, Vokey made a solid tackle there. The 220-pounder tackling the 145-pounder.
3rd and 7 for the Hornets.
Well, the Hornets only had 2 third downs. They converted both of them in the first quarter. That's been an area that's been a problem in this early season. The 3rd down conversion rate. Now they're tested. The designed run. What a call. And it's Cardell Williams. 1st down and more. The quarterback is loose. And he takes it to the Bear 40-yard line.
Great vision by Cardell Williams running that. See it coming right into your living room. Watch his vision there, following his blocks, going there, cutting to that side, seeing the guy coming out of his left. Great run by him. 1st down, Hornets.
22 yards later, another 1st down for the Hornets. We do have an injured player down on the field for the Bears. And so the athletic training staff will check into that. But right now, the Hornets on the move, up 21-0.
Introducing Mix Market, your go-to destination for fuel and convenience in the Sacramento Valley. Stop by any of our 15 locally owned stores to fill up on premium bean-to-cup coffee and refreshing drinks, all at unbeatable prices. Join the Mix by downloading the Mix app to unlock incredible savings, like 16 cents off gas per gallon every time you fuel up, plus access to other exclusive deals. Whether you're filling up or just need a pick-me-up, Mix Market has you covered. Scan the QR code on screen to start saving.
In the heart of Montana's untamed wilderness, a legend is brewing. Jeremiah Johnson Brewing, the official beer of the Big Sky Conference. Brewed with the rugged spirit of the West. Jeremiah Johnson is simply a world-class, straightforward, no-nonsense beer. Do well.
Pocatello. Is it a noun or a verb? Either way, let's Pocatello. You can do all this. Or this. Go to visitpocatello.com to get every minute out of your visit.
Sacramento State football is brought to you by the Future Automotive Group. Shop their entire inventory at futureautomotive.com and by Pest Pros. Pest Solutions, step up to the pros with Pest Pros. Well, it's a first down here for the Hornets. On a comfortable lead early in the second quarter, head coach Nathan Brown trying to figure out how he can stabilize this game and get his offense back out on the field and try to slow down this Hornet machine right now. Williams will throw over the middle, too high, way off the mark, intended for Jordan Anderson. Just his second incompletion of the night.
Yeah, the Bears was in that zone right there. Nice play by them, got a little pressure up front.
134 yards and a touchdown. By the way, that touchdown, Darren, by Henderson earlier from 85 yards out, the longest rushing touchdown by a Hornet since Ryan Mole went 87 yards back in 2004.
Ryan Mole, that's a name from the past.
For sure. Here's Campbell. Nice cut. Gets to the outside, and quickly that gap closed. Good job in pursuit. And it's not easy to catch, but Ashton Williams brings him down after a gain of 6.
Yeah, nice tackle by Ashton Williams. You see that speed there, though. He gets around and 34 there. Ashton Williams made a nice play, or he would have got the first down.
It's 3rd and 3. Hammond, circular motion there behind Cardell Williams. Now it's a toss here to the near side. That's Campbell. Campbell's got the first down. Marker down, though, back at the line of scrimmage.
Love that formation. Then
Number 79 of the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. 3rd down.
Yeah, what's the purpose behind that circular motion?
because he's going from a strong formation, strong position to a weak position, and that changes where the linebacker is. Probably puts him a half a step behind. Then they have a puller, snap the ball, pitch it to a front pitch to a guy, has a puller in front of him. Nice play.
Yeah, between A.C. Patterson, Ken Merchant, and the coach, Brendan Marion, who's calling the plays, they all have the game plan set. And right now, it's in full motion. 3rd and 13. Williams, deep ball, double coverage, dangerous pass, nearly intercepted. And would have served as a punt, but just kind of threw that one up. And that will go incomplete. Dude person over there.
Yeah, they're playing that deep zone right now, so he's trying to throw those deep ones, having a lot of success with the short passes, and then letting the athletes be athletes, but the long ones, they're taking that away with that zone defense.
For the first time tonight, Cal McGough will punt. He's already in the top 10 in punts and yards, and number 3 all-time in career average. He'll wait, he'll survey, and try for that directional effective kick. It goes out of bounds. And it'll be a first down when we come back with the Bears at their own 15-yard line. They got some work to do. we'll see if they're up for it. Down 3 scores.
Timeout on the field. Fans, be sure to stay in your seats after the game for Light the Night post-game fireworks.
Well, for the first time tonight, Sacramento State had to punt. Still have pinned the Bears inside their own 20 as the Hornets' consecutive possession streak of scoring is ended, but still impressive nonetheless. And a 21-0 lead here early second quarter. Total yards, you see their domination by the Hornets, 281 to just 67 for Central Arkansas. Handing it off up the middle, and Fata Paloka gets off the edge to keep Landon Chambers at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Landon Chambers, the ball carrier.
Yeah, Sincere Massey, number 90. Texas Southern making a nice play there. The 6'5", 342-pounder in the middle there.
What a luxury, Darren, to have this many athletic, big defensive linemen. I mean, we talked about Devin Wright a lot tonight, but in other games, McLaughlin leads them in sacks. You got Xavier Williams with all his experience, Jalen McLaughlin. Just, it's a good group up there.
Deshaun Watts might be
the best of them.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Here's a draw designed for the quarterback, and the Hornets will keep Richardson right at the line of scrimmage. And you're right to your point, Darren. Watts last week, he graded out at a 92.9 on Pro Football Focus, which is the best amongst interior linemen, FBS, FCS, any level of college football.
And you see number 90 there. Look at Big Massey. Look at the big fella. All 342 pounds of him.
There he goes, and celebrating now on the sideline. He's off the field on this 3rd and long. Bears on 3rd down just converted 1 of their 4 tries. That's Durham in motion to the bottom of your screen. Richardson, pocket holds up for a moment. Now it's closing, and he's sacked. Getting in the backfield, the Hornets get a sack, dropping him for a loss. As Dylan Hampston will get credit for that. Another Hornet getting pressure.
Coming off the edge, look at Hampton. Goes inside there, beats his guy with that speed rush. Then he comes inside. Great play by the San Jose State transfer.
Second sack of the year for Dylan. And the Hornets just want to continue to keep getting pressure. Coach Marion told me this week, the goal of every game, if they can rush for 300 and hold the other team to under 100, he likes their chances. And right now he's checking both of those boxes. On 4th and long, a short kick, and we'll get a huge roll that Jordan Anderson will catch on a hop and goes out of bounds at the 50. Some hard contact there at the end of the play, but the Hornets will take advantage of yet again good field position. The offense has accumulated 281 yards and 21 points so far. We'll see if they can tack on and add more as they got a comfortable lead. Sac State football is brought to you by Pest Pros Pest Solutions. Step up to the pros with Pest Pros. Beautiful night here in Sacramento as the Hornets still ranked in the top 25. They won last week and actually moved down. They're 22 in one poll, 24 in the other, but making a statement here tonight with a convincing 3-score lead at the moment, trying to add on, and it's Hammond up the middle. And that offensive line surges for 5 on first down.
Just right up the middle, the big fellas up front. Herman, number 79. Riley, number 62. Soto, number 73. Meek, number 74. Doing a tremendous job tonight.
Here's an option to the outside. That's Adams. A little shake move at the line of scrimmage. Good job, good discipline by the Bears defense. Not a lot of running room there for Adams, maybe a yard. And so to bring up 3rd and short.
Great defense by them, just not letting the Hornets get outside, playing on the other side of the line of scrimmage, making it happen for their football team.
Hornets 3 for 4 on 3rd down so far today. Cardell Williams, quick slant. That's the tight end, Jordan Williams. First down to the 24-yard line. That's a pickup of 20 yards.
Just going to sit down in that zone, catching that football. Look at that replay. He's wide open, catching that football. Look at the big fella, the 6'5" tight end, getting downfield and getting that first down for the Hornets.
6th catch on the season for Jordan Williams. Had a touchdown to open the game a week ago. And now the Hornets, a full house backfield with quarterback Cardell Williams. Cardell will keep it, calls his own number, and a good decision. Takes him inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line. So good first down play, picking up 7.
Just keeping that football, reading that defense, what they're giving up. He pulls that, keeps it going off that left side. Gets about 7 yards on that carry.
This is Hammond, and Hammond is turned around. Up front, good job by multiple players from the Bears, as Willis was one of the first in there on the stop.
And number 34, Williams, did a nice job with the finishing off the tackle there for the Bears defense.
Lost of a yard, 3rd and 4 for the Hornets.
So the Hornets lose a yard there. They haven't been doing that much so far rushing today. They've been positive plays, 14 carries for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns. But now they've got a 3rd and 4 back at the 18-yard line. Catching it out of the backfield is Damian Henderson, who's got the first down, upended inside the 10 for a Hornet first down, 1st and goal, as the Hornets are now in the Future Automotive red zone.
If you see a replay of that, they had 2 running backs to the right of the quarterback. He fakes the inside handoff with one, pulls it, rolls out, hits the other running back in the flat for the first down. Nice play design by him. If that young man is covered, quarterback keeps the ball and runs with it.
1st and goal from the 8. Cardell Williams will lead the charge up the middle on the handoff, the dive, pushing the pile inside the 5, down to around the 2 is Damian Henderson. That's just power in there.
It really is. You had 2 running backs to the right when he was in the guts of the pistol, and you had a back behind him. He just rode both of them, and the guy behind him went out. He could have ran the option going that same way or handed the ball off. Really good play by Coach Marion there.
Hammond's in the backfield along with Adams. Sammy Norris, the fullback, is in as a tight end. And Cardell Williams will keep it. Cardell Williams will go in, jogging into the end zone for a Hornet touchdown.
What a great play design there for the Hornets, just faking the ball with the running back going to the right. Sam Adams lead the way. Cordell Williams just keeping that ball, getting it to the end zone. Touchdown, Horse. You see right here, look, running fakes that, and then just follow Sam into the end zone. Williams touchdown, Hornets.
That was Williams on Williams crime as he lost Dylan Williams, the strong safety there. And Cardell, that's one of his superpowers, his ability to run, but he's also passed effectively tonight. And the Hornets extending this one, tack on another point. And with 5:12 left in the first half, Sacramento State 28 and the Bears from Central Arkansas 0. And you know, as we talk about this team, Darren, there's so many different weapons they have. You're looking at Cardell Williams, but they've got so many different ways. They can run the ball, they can hit you with speed, and some speed is a little bit different. We're talking about speed with this team. We got to talk about Ernest Campbell. This was the play at Nevada right before the half. They call him Flash, the fastest man in football. He's an All-American in track. And really, they're just trying to find him in open space. And Darren, he can do the rest.
He really can. I mean, he can run. I'm talking about.
That's elite speed.
Oh, elite. I mean, from start to finish. Look at those times there in the 60 meters, 60.73, 10.02 in the 100 meters. That's putting them up and putting them down really, really fast.
And when you said it earlier, just 5'9", 145, but if he catches the ball and he's got any kind of room, good night for the other team. 28-0, Sacramento State making a statement here after that 3-yard touchdown run by Cardell Williams. And now the Bears a little confused. They're near their own goal line. We'll bring it out. And another good job by Sacramento State. And that's Jackson Frescus. And that name is very familiar, Darren, to this Hornet program. As Jackson Frescus makes the tackle on special teams. He is the great nephew of Bobby Frescus.
Look at this play right here. And you can see Frescus coming to your screen right there and make that play. He's a punt returner. He's one of the best on their kickoff team. He's a great slot receiver for the team. He does everything for this football team.
I know I saw him at camp and I thought, well, I'm not sure where his role is going to be, but he plays too well and in too many important things to keep him off the field.
Bobby was pretty good too now as
yes,
a quarterback
he was.
Here.
He could spin it.
Yes.
No, that made him proud here, still with the Hornets program on first down. Here's Chambers. Chambers with a nice running lane. And a productive first down run near the sticks on that Bears sideline.
I think it's safe to say the first guy has a hard time bringing Chambers down at 220 pounds. Chambers going to the outside there, just running through that. And look at him still trying to get yards there.
Yep, before Pita V gets him down. Here's Chambers' second down carry. He's going to be close to the marker. Chambers so far 9 carries, 47 yards, and I think that's the area they found that's been successful.
47 tough yards. Yes. Has to run hard. Offensive line is giving him a little room, but he's finishing at that second level, dropping that shoulder, being physical.
This could be Chambers' time again on 3rd and short. It will be Chambers, and Chambers. Ooh, I don't know. I think looks like he might have enough based on the far side official down at the bottom of your screen. Yep, it will be enough to move the chains, which is what they need. They need to keep the ball out of the Hornet hands. They will have the ball to start the second half. They've got all their timeouts.
Yeah, Diggins and Beatty on that. Beatty is the left tackle. Diggins is their left guard, and that's who they ran behind.
Yeah, and they love their guards. Will Diggins, Jamal Mull, those are 2 all-conference guards on the left and right side, but they ran on the left that last time. Richardson to throw, steps up in the pocket, delivers in traffic, and it's caught, yes, at the 40-yard line. Nice job in traffic. Making that grab was Malachi Henry.
What a catch by Malachi Henry. Want to see that one. All over him there is McKenzie, and Malachi Henry still came up with the football. Look at this throw and catch.
They quickly ran a play, and I think the Hornets may have wanted a review. They never got a chance for the review, and the quick snap, we have backside officials with markers.
The 5-yard penalty from the previous spot, first down.
And also too many men there for the Hornets, so they couldn't get their guys off the field on that quick snap. So the Bears have been able to get to midfield and just past midfield, but have stalled out in this spot of the field. First down and 5.
as we crawl under 3 minutes to go before halftime. Richardson, far sideline, over the shoulder attempt is incomplete. Outside shoulder throw with just the sideline, trying to guide it into Manny Smith, but off his hands, incomplete.
Yeah, Manny Smith from Conway, Arkansas, home of Central Arkansas Bears, wasn't able to come up with that catch there.
Put in a pretty good spot there for Richardson. He's 6 of 9, 46 yards on 2nd down and 5. Short side run and close to the marker this time as they try Jalen Washington. He's the freshman, transferred from Southern Miss.
That would have been a big play, but Miles Davis, you see Miles Davis right there, kind of slowing him down and giving Rocha an opportunity to get in there and make that play.
3rd and short. Hornets will stack the line of scrimmage. And now Nathan Brown said, yeah, well, let's talk this one over. He didn't like that defensive look that the Hornets gave. They still have the 2-minute timeout and 2 more timeouts. So I always enjoy, Darren, talking to other coaches. We had a chance this week to talk to Nathan Brown, the head coach at Central Arkansas. He's so decorated. Look, he's the all-time leading passer, over 10,000 yards, over 100 touchdowns, met his wife at Central Arkansas. I mean, this is his life. He was a player there, a coordinator. Now he's the head coach, and he's just enjoyed being there and doing what he's done so far at Central Arkansas. As we get a look here at the Big Sky standings, Montana right now at the top, Northern Arizona, Cal Poly, who will be here next week. Right now 2-1 there in action. UC Davis will get started a little later across the causeway. But I do like talking to these other coaches and getting their perspective on their program and other programs.
He loves the program. He lives the program. 3-time All-American. He participated in the Senior Bowl. That's huge. He played in the Senior Bowl, got voted in and played.
They're going to go big ball far sideline and knocked away by Elias Mulliken of the Hornets. Step for step with Tyrell Pollard as they went deep. Look at this coverage.
Yeah, Mulliken, you're going to see him right now. Look at him turning his head, playing the ball, trying to pick it. That's textbook right there. You run with him, you run with him. When he looks, you look. Try to catch the football.
Well, they thought they would go deep, and now they're going to try a 4th down run here likely. On 4th down, they'll work from the gun. May do hard count. No, they'll run it. It's Chambers, and Chambers will move the pile for a 1st down. So that'll get us to the 2-minute timeout. But that was important for the Bears to extend this drive. And so Sacramento State has been in control so far of this one. Comfortable lead right now of 28-0. Sacramento State, also Coach Merchant down there with them. You've had a lot of time to spend with these guys. I know they're growing on you, aren't they? Each and every week, what you're learning from these guys and what you're helping with them too.
Detailed. Expectations are high, and what they expect the players to do and get them to do is amazing.
Here's Chambers with an effective run on 1st down, and just the pile surges, pushes, gets extra yardage, and what looked like about a 6-yard gain is going to be good for about 10.
He's been doing it all night. You look at Mule, number 58 and company. Look at those linemen. Look at them. Look at big fella Diggins right there, the all-leaguer, pushing the pile.
Here's Chambers running left, gets through that first group, diving forward. He's impressive. Chambers now starting to rack up some stats, Darren. That's going to put him over 65 yards in the first half.
Running really hard on a Hornet defense that is playing downhill and being physical right now.
Now they're looking to just expire this first half, and they want to end it with points. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet. Chambers another run, not this time against that Hornet front group. That's Sacramento State with Dylan Hampton. So the clock will run. Hornets won't use their timeouts. This is a 3rd down coming up for the visiting Bears.
It's going to have to pass the ball here.
So far today, Richardson 6 of 10, 46 yards. Looking for that big conversion on 3rd and 5 with the clock running. Just 2 of 7 on those 3rd down tries. It's a run instead, and a minimal gain, setting up a 4th down, and a timeout will be taken by Central Arkansas. So they tried a little misdirection with Cam Young.
Now, the other thing you could do is you're going to go for it on 4th down, so now you can run. You don't have to pass on that 3rd down. So his thought process, now who knows, he might kick a field goal here, but he also can go for it because it's going to be probably about 3rd and...
Or 4th and 3, right?
It'll be 4th and 3.
Yeah, I think so. So here's the last one with Hampton, that play prior. And Dylan Hampton, we've talked about him a couple times tonight with the sack, and just again, sophomore there, and a lot of talented defensive line that the Hornets linemen that they have.
Playing really well, works hard in practice. Obviously someone they want to be out on the football field, but I think Coach feels pretty good about his front 8. Got his front 8 that he's going to play, and he feels pretty good about it. And Hampton is definitely one of the 8.
Well, instead of trying to Caleb Jones field goal, he's just 1-on-1 of the year. It's a 4th and 3, and now Sacramento State, they got a chance to see the pre-snap formation, and they're going to call their timeout. So when these situations happen, Darren, how often is the play changed?
Well, they went bone there. What I call bone. It's 3 receivers, 1 up front, 2 on the side of him, with a back in the backfield. Now they can motion that back out the opposite side to go empty, but that's what they were looking for. And then coach is going to look back, and he's going to talk to all the coaches. Okay, what did they run out of that the last time they ran it? And this is what we want to be in if they're going to do that.
The amount of detail and prep and organization that goes into this as you get a look at the FCS coaches poll. Tarleton State, who beat these Bears last week, currently at 3. The Hornets did drop last week a couple spots even after their victory. All right, here's the 4th down. They need a full 3 yards. Hornets showing pressure. They now drop back. Sideline route is open. It's caught for a 1st down. Well, that was a good read by Richardson, because that was the target he needed to find, and he finds Malachi Henry for a 1st down.
Really, what you're going to do is stretch that zone. Someone's going to go across, and then someone's going to sit down. He sat down, got the ball to him, got enough for the 1st down.
Central Arkansas has 1 timeout remaining and 34 seconds before the half. They will have the first touch of the 2nd half. Richardson, end zone ball, back shoulder throw, and too far and off the mark, intended for Pollard. Ricky Lee on coverage. 2nd down and 10.
He was running like a post, and it was like Richardson wanted him to run a corner route because he threw the ball there like, hey, flip your hips and go get the ball. So that'd be interesting. Conversation at halftime.
7 of 12 now for Richardson. 55 yards passing. 2nd down and 10 from the 22-yard line of the Hornets. That's Cam Young in the backfield. And in motion goes Malachi Henry. Richardson over the middle. It's caught. That's Henry. The Hornets keep him in the field of play. And so the clock will run, and Coach Brown says, I got to use my final timeout. Leaving 22 seconds left. They'll have a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, he just ran him in an in route, and the inside they motioned the trips, and he was the motion guy, just ran an in route. The slot guy just ran up the field to kind of open up that area. Good coverage though by the Hornets, but he still caught the football.
Yeah, it looks like the Hornets were comfortable getting bun up anything underneath, and they quickly were in pursuit, made the tackle. You know, Sacramento State would love to keep them off the board, or at least to a 3-point try. So here we go. A 3rd and 5 will be coming up for the Bears. Their timeouts are gone. They can get a 1st down, but they need a full 5 to get that. On 3rd down today, just 2 of 8 after Henry. That grab was his 4th for 36 yards. Hornets now just show 3 at the line of scrimmage. again, they'll give multiple looks, 5, 2, 4, just a lot of different lines, and they're showing 3. Richardson to throw, one-on-one towards the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Nicely done on that far side by Tyrell Pollard, just across the goal line and into the end zone for a touchdown for the Bears.
They knew they were getting one-on-one out there. They had a tight end and they had a nub there, and then they had 2 receivers on the outside, and he was just running to the corner of that end zone, and you saw there on that go route, throw it up, go get the football, Pollard, and that's what he did. Great job by Pollard going up, playing the football for the Bears. Touchdown. Yeah,
Ricky Lee was on coverage. Looked like he got a little past the ball there. So for the first time today, the Bears get on the board. They needed that. Extra point. Doinks off the upright and no good. So they get some points, but not everything from the touchdown. 28-6. But they got to feel good, Darren, at least about getting those points before the half.
That was a nice drive by them, and I think they feel comfortable throwing the football now. They definitely can run the football with Chambers. You see the kicker there.
Yeah, he knew it, huh?
Yeah.
Off the upright, but you're talking about the drive. How about this? 16 plays, 87 yards, took 4.5 minutes. I mean, 450. That's more of what the Bears need.
Yeah, and Chambers did a tremendous job with second effort, running with the football, and you got to give him credit. Richardson, he threw some dimes when he needed to get first downs.
So an effective drive, extra point was missed, and so Sacramento State's lead is 28-6. You get a good look at the Ultra Deck. The fans, there's different spots all over this stadium now. Stadium improvements, the new LED lighting, ribbon boards down on the field, the buzz zone. I think I might see Darren in the Ultra Deck in the second half. Well, the one thing we do know about the Hornets, they're also aggressive, and they've got big play, one-score potential. And with 17 seconds left in the half, both teams will just kind of be quiet about that. This is a short kick. The Hornets are going to call for a fair catch and secure it at the 30. And when you've got the fastest man in football, and Darren, we saw a huge play at the end of the half the last 2 weeks for the Hornets. I don't know. It's not beyond Brendan Marion to take a shot here.
I'm with you. Now, Central Arkansas, they've been in that cover 2 shell, cover 3 most of the night, so they've had a lot of guys back. But I'm with you.
Yeah.
You can open up when he comes off the ball and run deep, and he still can run by you.
Yeah, and as I say that, they go to the victory formation, the protection formation, and they take a knee. Brendan Marion's got to feel good about the lead. They give up the last points of the half, but still have a comfortable 28-6 lead as we hit the half. So coach got his first victory a week ago, now trying to even up the team's record. But 2 more quarters of football to go. A dominant first half with 331 yards of offense and 28 points on the board. So they got to feel good about that. It's 28-6 Sacramento State, as they've been able to spread the wealth. Touchdowns from everywhere, including quarterback Cardell Williams. Well, they're calling it 9-1-6 night here in the capital city, and so far so good for the home team. The Sacramento State Hornets have opened up a 28-6 halftime lead, and they've really dominated with an explosion on offense. Jason Ross, Darren Arbett back here in our halftime booth. And Darren, I mean, the go-go, it's been just a full machine so far.
It really has been a machine. They've been explosive. They've been going down the field, running the football. That run by Henderson, just outrunning everybody, was unbelievable.
Well, let's look at some of the first half highlights from the visitors, from the Bears. And I still think, Darren, look, they've gotten production from Chambers. This is a guy they need to look to more.
Really do. He's running tough. I want to say he has 74 yards, and those are hard yards. Second effort. See the catch right there. The receivers are catching contested balls. Chambers once again just running through people there. And then you see Pollard going up and catch. That was a heck of a catch there, Jason. Look at Pollard going up, getting that football, making that catch, getting them on the board.
And to get those points before the half feels like those were critical points for them. They did miss the extra point. We were mentioning about the rhythm, the flow of the go-go. It started on this opening drive.
You see right there, Hammond got TD right up the middle. Get the ball to Anderson. That's what you want to do. Almost got in, just couldn't get in there. And then you see the Adams, TD just getting the ball to him. And I said, if you want to just get the ball to him so he can get into the end zone. Look at this 85-yard run right here. You just see that. Look at that. That looks like a 100-meter sprint right there at the Olympics. Him going in there for a touchdown. And that last touchdown, quarterback Cardell Williams pulls that ball in, gets it to the end zone for the Hornets.
Well, things are going well for Sacramento State for all of them. We'll see what they got in store in the second half, up 28-6. (28-6) as you look at the numbers, and Darren, you'd expect it to be lopsided like the score, and it is. I mean, the passing running balance right now for those 330 yards for the Hornets, that's been dominant.
Yeah, the only thing is the time of possessions. That's because the Hornets are scoring so fast and long runs. But the penalties, you know, Coach talked about that too, and I think he would be happy so far.
Yeah, no turnovers too. Sometimes in a game that gets a little out of sorts, maybe one team turned the ball over. It's been clean there. That is an odd stat for Central Arkansas. This is game 4, and they're yet to create a turnover this year. Their turnover margin is -7. And the FCS, that ranks 116th. So sometimes that's an odd bounce of the ball, a tip that doesn't go your way, but it's weird to be that far in and no turnovers.
And I saw that -7. Usually when you're winning football games, you're plus something. Yes.
Hornets right now, conversely, are +2 in the turnover department. Most of those turnovers this year have been a cooey. Here's a look at Nathan Brown, the head coach at Central Arkansas in his 8th year. Trying to stick with it. You just got to keep coaching, got to keep playing. Stranger things have happened. They've been outmanned in this first half, but a lot of football to go as the second half is underway. And this kickoff will sail into the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Central Arkansas, Darren, has to know the effectiveness that they had in their running game, at least with Landon Chambers, and I'd expect us to see a lot more of him.
Landon Chambers, I would make sure he touches the ball at least 10 to 12 times this half.
As our quarterback comparison, efficient, 79% for Williams with the yardage as well. He ran one in. Only had 3 incompletions. And Chambers in that first half averaged 5.3 a carry for 74 yards. Little misdirection, and this will go to their receiver, Ty Durham, but that took so long to develop. The Hornets were so quick to get back and tackle Durham quickly.
Sincere Massey, 342 pounds, was the one who made the running back cut back outside because he was hustling from that defensive tackle spot. Love it.
No gain, 2nd and 10. That's Durham now on the end around, and he can't get that outside edge. As Oliver was over there for the Hornets, also Oscar Moore. Short gain, 3rd and 7.
And Ty Durham from Coffeyville, getting that ball to him, 195-pounder, comes this game. He had 6 interceptions, and trying to get the ball in his hands, as they said, he could definitely get downfield.
Yeah, Coach mentioned how much he liked his receivers. Malachi Henry, the freshman All-American from a year ago. Ty Durham, Tyrell Pollard, who caught the touchdown, big play player, tracks the ball well. And you can see where it can work. While Richardson is effective, if they can run Chambers, it's just, Darren, they haven't been able to put it together enough consistently on drives.
Yes.
Hornets just get Massey off the field in time. On 3rd down, it's a design run, a draw, and Richardson's going to be turned back at the 30-yard line. He got 2, but it'll be 4th and 5, and Rocha and company, and their flag comes in, though, at the very end of the play. So here's the run.
You see Rocha right there.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 59 in the defense, his first of the game. 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Well, unfortunately, Deshaun Watts gets called for the infraction. Those are the kind of plays, Darren, that get, you know, you're about to get off the field and you give the Bears new life.
Yeah, you know, we had a conversation about Deshaun Watts, and they said he was one of the most mild-mannered
Saw him step over the player, but I'm not sure if that was where the refs were right in there on 1st and 10. Richardson feels the heat, and he can't escape. He is sacked back at the 40-yard line. And Josh Casciola in on the tackle for the sack.
Casciola coming off the edge right there, runs upfield a little too much, but he redirects and makes that play there. Nice play by Josh Casciola.
That sack brought to you by Wendy's, proud partner of Sacramento State Athletics. 2nd down and 16. For Casciola, that was his first sack of the season. 3rd of the game for the Hornets. Richardson steps up in the pocket. Dangerous pass into double coverage. It went through the hands of Tyrell Pollard, incomplete.
And Pollard went up and tried to get it too. That was one of the first throws I've seen Richardson overthrow like that.
Richardson grew up. His father was a linebacker at Kansas, then the strength coach for the Denver Broncos, and that naturally gave him some time to be around the facility. Got to throw the ball with Peyton Manning. But you think it's just dad? No, how about mom? Anita at 15 held the 200-meter breaststroke world record. Here's Richardson feeling the heat again, and down he goes. And this one is Jalen McLaughlin.
And you're going to see McLaughlin right here. Look at him just getting up the field, getting off the block, getting that sack. Like I said, they have 8 guys. I mean, Hampton, Window, Watts, Gillespie, Wright, McLaughlin, Massey, Bailey, all of them can play.
Yep, absolutely, and they're all on display tonight. 28-6 Hornets. After they got the stop with the penalty, the new set of downs, and now they're going to get off the field here. A punt is coming up. A short kick, and it gets a great roll for the Bears, and Jordan Anderson will just clear out, and this will be a very effective punt, flipping field position inside the 20, inside the 15, all the way down to the 11. And that's the odd thing sometimes about punting. He had a beautiful spiral punt earlier in the game for Trace Beard. That one was short, but a 25-yard roll. So flipping the field position, Hornet offense back out for their first possession of the second half. And as we mentioned, 330 yards of total offense in that first half, with an effective balance, 171 passing, 159 rushing.
You're a coach. What do you say at halftime to stop the offense here?
I don't know. Try to create the first turnover of the season, right? That's what the Bears are looking to do. It's Henderson in the backfield. And Henderson, positive gain on first down. Chews up 4, maybe almost 5 yards. In the first half, he had that 85-yard touchdown run.
Running the ball downhill and getting 4 yards on that first game. I mean, on that game there. I mean, that's huge.
Henderson had his career best from any time at Colorado State, and now here at Sacramento State last week. Cardell Williams throws an out. It's a little short. Diving attempt. And they're going to say it was juggled. It would have been the first catch for Jace Wilson as a Hornet, but it's incomplete.
Jace Wilson has great size. I like his size. He's tall, good size. I was watching him in practice. Big target.
Just the 4th incompletion for Cardell Williams. So the Hornets are trying to get it done through the pass there. Now on a 3rd and 6. On 3rd down today, 5 of 6. Cardell Williams flushed out of the pocket, finds Henderson, and Henderson dives towards the marker, and he's going to have enough to move the chains for a Hornet first down.
Nice improvising there by the quarterback. Making the handoff, looking downfield, nothing's there, rolling a little to his left, getting the ball to Henderson, and Henderson gets that first down.
And that first down brought to you by Golden One, the official credit union of Sacramento State Athletics. New set of downs for the Hornets. As we're under 11 to go here in the 3rd. Cardell Williams, deep shot over the middle. That's Jace Wilson. Now that's his first grab, all the way down to the 30-yard line.
I told you, I saw Jace Wilson. He was working hard in practice. Nice catch by him. Tall target. caught the ball at the high point. Look at him up high there, catching that football. He can run, too, for a big fella, making that happen. 45-yard gain for the Hornets there by Wilson.
One catch, 45 yards for Wilson. How about that average? Now they're in scoring range down to the 30. Cardell threw that right on a line. And now the Hornets have a 1st and 10. The go-go offense on the move. Handoff up the middle. Henderson piles through the middle of the line of scrimmage down to the 27-yard line, picking up 3 yards. Henderson last week a career high 98 yards with 3 touchdowns. Darren, he's getting ever so close to 100 tonight. It helps when you run for 85 on one play.
It really does when you have that offensive line playing well right now.
7 carries for 98 yards for Henderson. Cardell Williams will get it. And for the first time today, he is going to be held behind the line of scrimmage, or may have gotten right back to the line of scrimmage. And that will be credit for no gain. So 3rd down.
And Andrews, you're going to see him making the play right here, coming number 32 from that star position on defense, coming in there, making that play, coming off that outside edge.
3rd and 7 now for the Hornets.
So 3rd and 7. Hornets 6 of 7, only missed on 1 opportunity. Cardell Williams from the gun. Throws high. It's caught near the sticks. And quick pursuit by the Bears are going to keep the Hornets short after the grab by Jordan Williams. And now it's 4th down and 1. And it looks like Williams may be down there for the Bears. Yep, that's Ashton Williams who made the tackle, keeping Jordan Williams shy of the 1st down marker. But a timeout on the field. Hornets lead in 28-6. Whatever the make, whatever the model, odds are Future has the car for you at one of 7 locations in the greater Sacramento area. Shop a Future dealership today in Sacramento, Roseville, Folsom, Citrus Heights, and Yuba City, or shop them online at futureautomotive.com. Let them show you what Future can do. Hornets have a 4th and 1. They are going to go for it with a full house backfield, including fullback Sammy Norris. Cardell Williams will keep it. Cardell Williams sees the end zone. He gets the end zone. Touchdown, Sacramento State.
What a play by Cardell Williams, just keeping that football going off that left side. The big fella was in there, number 38, Sammy Norris, the fullback, 262 pounds, was in on that play as well. Touchdown, Hornets.
And that touchdown brought to you by Motherlode Moving and Storage, the preferred mover of Sacramento State Athletics. So many different weapons. And Cardell Williams gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. As you get a good look at one of the key offensive linemen, Jose Soto, who's still down. But Darren, let's look at this touchdown run on 4th down.
Cardell just going out to the outside there. Like I said, big fullback. Norris leading the way at 262 pounds. Number 38 right there, making that play happen, getting that kick out block. Cardell cut it up. Touchdown, Hornets.
Well, Soto's jogging off the field, certainly a good sign. He got hurt in the first game a year ago, and they're so high on him as one of the future anchor pieces to the Hammerheads, the offensive lineman for the Hornets. So the score extended to 34-6. And now Grant Metters on for another extra point try. And Metters to try to extend the lead. He does. The Hornets' 21-yard touchdown run on 4th down extends the lead. Cardell saw the end zone, and he wasn't going to stop till he got there. Well, we've talked about how explosive the Hornets can be. They can score on one play, but they can also do it taking a little more time, 3.5 minutes, 88 yards, Darren, 8 plays, mix of run and pass. And when your quarterback can also run it effectively, this team is going to be tough to stop consistently.
He can throw and run the football. Great leader for this offense. He's done a tremendous job the last 2 weeks. And Coach Marion is starting to have a lot of confidence in him.
Last week, 228 yards and 3 touchdowns. Right now, he's at 289 and 3 touchdowns. This kickoff will also go into the end zone for a touchback. And so the Hornets in control, 35-6, as the Bears offense will come back out on the field. So these are the last 4 games, Darren. I mean, these are the 4 you get before Big Sky play, which begins next week.
Yeah, let me rephrase that. Coach Marion always had a lot of confidence in him.
Yes.
We're seeing the confidence in what it can do, offensively, what he can do. But yes, this is the 4th game, and I think they're starting to come together.
Yep.
Anytime you put 71 new guys together out on the football field, it's going to take some time to get them to know each other and play well and gel.
Yeah, look, you've been a coach too. Like, Coach Marion was getting asked about that. How long does it take? There's no finite answer to that. Here's a nice dump off and a tight end release. Good play for the Bears down towards the 50-yard line, as this was dumped off to Keelan Janelle. And nicely done. Actually, Ben Hallmark, excuse me, on that catch and carry.
Yeah, look at him run. Look at Hallmark. The big fella getting on his horse there and running at 245 pounds.
It's his third catch of the season, but a very productive one. Gets the Bears into Hornet territory to the 48. They'll call Chambers' number. He spins and gets a few more yards to the Hornet 42. It's a gain of 6 on first down. So Chambers now will be around 80 yards on the ground.
You got to like this young man. You see that replay right there. Look how hard he's running. Just running through defensive players, keeping those shoulders down. What do you got? 6 yards there on that
Yep.
run. Nice play by him.
15 for 80 right now for Chambers. And it's Chambers again. And he tries to change direction. Really no lane there either way. So good job by the Hornet group up front. And this will set up a third down. That's Watts on the tackle.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson, like you were saying, he graded out better than any defensive lineman in the nation, like at any level.
And Watts is trying to call for a sub. He hurt his knee and lower leg there. And I think some of the coaches said, you got to go down. He wasn't going to get off the field in time. But yeah, you're right. He had that 92.9 grade on Pro Football Focus, which was the highest.
By rule, timeout. Sacramento State, their first of the half.
And as you heard
30-second timeout.
from head referee Rob Quello, because the Hornets had the ball already placed, or the Bears did, couldn't get the timeout here, or have to be use a timeout, excuse me. So that's the first of their 3 of the second half. Hornets to look comfortably 35-6 in the first ever matchup between Central Arkansas and Sacramento State. So that's 2 straight weeks the Hornets are playing a new opponent. They never faced Mercyhurst or these Bears. But next Saturday, Darren, a team that you're very familiar with. There's a lot of history between the Hornets and the Cal Poly Mustangs.
Winning there in 1980 and beat the team that eventually won the Division II national championship. Hornets did.
It's pretty rewarding. You still remember it well.
Yes.
3rd and 3 from the gun. Richardson throws an out. It's caught. Mulligan quickly on the tackle. Penalty markers in. And forward progress looks like they're going to be just short of the first down, but it depends on this infraction.
Pass interference. Number 6 of the offense. The 15-yard penalty. Third down.
For the Bears, their 3rd penalty.
Number 7.
So we're probably talking a pick route.
Yeah. But again, Darren, killer penalty. That would have been 4th and 1. Now it's 3rd and 18. Yeah, 3rd and 18.
It's the 3rd time this has happened this game for them, where they had a drive and they were making progress.
Now they're on their side of the 50. This game is slipping away a little bit on the Bears. We'll be home next week on the Stripes when they host Lamar on this 3rd and 18. And the play clock got to 0. And it's going to be a little more difficult. Man.
Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Mentioned that they play on the Stripes. This is a field that every 10 yards is different between purple and gray. It's a really cool look. Sports Illustrated called it the coolest field in all of college football. And they're great there, 56 and 17 since they changed that field configuration. Just 5 home games this year, 7 on the road. This is one of those 7, and now they're on a 3rd and 23. Richardson to throw. Downfield coverage is good, knocked away. On the far side, Lamont Johnson-Burrell knocked it away.
You're going to see 7 in there on protection so he can get the ball out. And look at that play by the defensive back coming up and making it. Look at that, getting that hand in there.
Yeah, Lamont Johnson-Burrell getting it done. And so now another punt here for Trace Beard. And the visiting Bears. This time it'll be Jackson Frescus as the return man. And Frescus will call for the fair catch. And he's got it, secured that. Hornets with a nice lead. And the ball coming up with 5:38 to go in the third. 9-1-6-9 going well for the home team. It's been a long night so far for head coach Nathan Brown in his 8th year, one of the most decorated players Central Arkansas has ever had, but there's been success with this program at every level, from NAIA to D2 to Division I. 7 conference titles since they moved in 2006, FCS postseason appearances in 2011, 2012, 16, 17, and 19. As you saw there in the graphic, post-COVID, though, it's been a little bit more challenging for them, and off to a little bit of a slow start here at 1-2. And down big here at home on the road. Here's a pass over the middle, a little too far, intended for Jordan Anderson. Well covered, multiple defenders there for the Bears. Set up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, multiple defenders were back there, but the thing I saw there, Williams had a lot of time to throw the football. And that means that big fellas up front are doing their job. I'm sure Coach Richardson's going to be happy when he watches his film.
He was really critical and upset with his O-line the first 2 games. The last 2, that's hard to pick apart here. They've been so much better. On 2nd and 10, here's an up-the-middle run to Rodney Hammond, who, by the way, we should be acknowledging, celebrating his 23rd birthday today for Rodney Hammond. Nice to get a touchdown on your birthday.
See the big guy coming off the field, Norris, number 38, the fullback, 262 pounds, using him a lot tonight, running the football.
Now the Hornets in a 3rd and long here, 3rd and 8. They've converted 6 of their 8 previous tries on 3rd down. Cardell Williams sets up a running back screen. A lot of room here. This could be a huge play for the Hornets. First down out near midfield. That's Hammond. And he's just shy of midfield. That was beautifully designed.
Really nice play. Great design. Great call, first of all. The timing was impeccable. Everyone's getting up the field screen, and you saw Hammond. You see it right here. Look at that. Everyone's coming. Nice block downfield by the center. Look at Big Soto down there. Look at the receiver blocker, number 10 down there. He's making it happen for his football team. I love it. And Hammond, on his birthday, nice run by him.
Yeah, good to see Soto back on the field after he left earlier. They faked the toss, inside run. That's Hammond again, and he jumps over the 50 into Bear territory to the 48. That's a 5-yard pickup. And so it'll bring up 2nd down and 5. And we see multiple new receivers coming in for the Hornets, including Hayden Anderson, who has yet to be targeted, but they like him a lot. He's a freshman from Windsor, California.
I like Jace Wilson, number 10, on that play. Nice blocking by him downfield.
Hornets on 2nd and 5. They'll run again. It's Hammond, gets the outside. Hammond has the 40 and down to the 30-yard line. Another big play, gain of 18 yards.
Hammond over at Pitt. He had 1,500 yards at Pitt. Playing well for the Hornets right now. Got that ball, got outside. You saw his speed there, getting that first down.
Hornets quickly get to the line of scrimmage. They set their receivers. And Hammond again. Oh, he's turned around this time. Nice hit as he got hit by Dalen Land of the Bears. But still, that's a gain of 3.
Yeah, Dalen Land, the University of Arkansas, Pine Bluff, before he came to Central Arkansas. Nice, solid tackle there by him.
These guys are still playing. They got to battle. Got to keep it going here for the Bears. One back set. This time it's Damian Henderson II. And that's going to get him over 100 and a lot more over 100 down to the 15-yard line. His first career 100-yard game as a Hornet.
Just getting to the second level. Look at Kendall Riley right there. Get up to that second level, get a block. And you saw Henderson just bust through there. Big first down. Like you said, he goes over 100 yards for this game now.
So for Henderson, officially now on his 9th carry, puts him over 100 and a touchdown. He stays in as the hot hand for 112. It's Henderson. And he gains a couple. And we mentioned it earlier, Darren. Jamar Curtis was the one that's the most decorated running back. That was the transfer coming in, and some, little nagging injuries here. And just wait until the day that he gets unleashed on this offense.
Talking about can play, can run, can make people miss like he can make people miss in a phone booth exactly quick. Wait till he comes back. Going to be interesting.
2nd down and 7. Now the Hornets go with 3 backs in the backfield with Cardell Williams. And Cardell will keep it. It's an option play. Late pitch. It's on the dirt. And covering it on the turf is Sam Adams. So one of the few mistakes the offense had there. And this was a tough read.
I like that. Faking right there. Still has the pitch man out there. Tried to pitch it to Sam Adams and just wasn't able to step into it and get it where he wanted to get it.
So now on a 3rd and long for the Hornets as we approach the 1-minute mark of this 3rd quarter. Sacramento State in control. As you see how efficient they've been on 3rd downs. What a contrast on the season. They're converting at just a 26% clip. But much better tonight. Cardell Williams will keep it. Cardell Williams dives forward. Lost the ball at the end of the play. They'll rule him down. But this makes 4th down more workable. It's 4th and 4 as he takes it to the 9-yard line.
Cardell just, look at that. That speed running through there.
4th down and 4 now for the Hornets.
He's hit by Marcus Washington, who jarred the ball loose after he was down. But the Hornets will bring out the field goal unit. This means Grant Metters on the field. He is a 2 of 3 in field goals, made his first 2. Long of 36. This one will be a 27-yarder from the hash mark. And to try to increase the lead for the Hornets. And he splits the sticks. That one is true. Right into the night there in Sacramento. And they add 3 points. So a solid drive. You always want to end with points, Darren. Not a touchdown, but working on field goals there, and Metters bangs it through.
They want to score points. That's what they're doing. Had a nice drive. Field goal team out there, kick the field goal. Tremendous job. Just get points. That's what the offense wants to do.
Yep, avoided the turnover on that option play. And so with just 3 seconds left in the quarter, 38-6 is the lead. And you can always work on things too. This team wants to get touchdowns, but getting their 3rd field goal of the year converted, just another area where you're building trust. And I was asking that question to Coach Marion, Darren. You were a former player and coach. No one can quantify when it'll all gel, but we're seeing it happen before our eyes.
Just a lot of talent on this football field right now, but you have to see who's going to play together and play within the system. And I think that's what he's starting to see the last 2 weeks, where he knew it all the time, and we're just seeing it the last 2 weeks.
Well, it's about how you perform under the lights, and right now several guys are passing the test. And the lead is blown to 38-6. This kick, fair catch called for by Durham in the end zone, and so now the Bears will have 3 seconds left. Will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So for Central Arkansas, they return home to play Lamar next week. The Hornets will have game 3 of a 3-game homestand, as Cal Poly will be in the first game of the Big Sky. So many years of the Big Sky, it'll be the final year in the conference for the Hornets. And as of now, they're in that odd spot, a team without a conference for 2026. But they're going to try to go out in style in the Big Sky in the final year. That begins next week. Final play of this 3rd quarter. Chambers shifts to motion. He gets the catch out of the backfield and meets Koa Akui on the far sideline. And after 3 quarters of football, Sacramento State wanted a fast start. They got it. They wanted to extend. They've gotten that. It's 38-6. heading to the 4th in Sacramento.
Second down and 1.
15 minutes of football. Coaching staff, players bouncing during that break, knowing they're 15 minutes away from their second win of the season. And here was a run up the middle on second and short. And Richardson gets the first down. You know, it's an interesting dynamic, Darren, watching Brendan Marion. He is tough. He is difficult on the guys at times, but also there's the gentle love and the players coach. He's got a really good mixture of that.
He knows how to lead men, and he knows how to have fun, and he knows what to work.
Here's a deep ball, open separation. It's caught. That's Pollard, and Ricky Lee will make the tackle inside the 10, down to the 6-yard line. Best play from scrimmage on the night for the Bears.
What a play by Pollard, just getting behind the defensive back, and what a throw by Richardson. Nice pass, nice catch. Look at this right here. Tried to get to the end zone, just wasn't able to.
He climbed the pocket, and that was well done. Here's Chambers, and Chambers gets turned around inside the 5 to the 4, maybe the 3-yard line. Be second and goal. That was a nice throw. Best one of the night by Richardson. And Pollard's big night continues, has their only score. That was his 4th grab after their best play from scrimmage.
How do you not like Chambers, the way he runs the football and plays hard?
He's in the backfield here on second and goal. As the Hornets have a comfortable lead at 38-6. Gave up the 1 score right before the half. They dump it off to Chambers. He dropped it. Oh, he saw the end zone. Would have been a score. And, you know, it's that old saying, keep your eye on the ball, Darren. He knew he had points.
Took his eye off the ball. He's looking up to see who he was going to have to beat to get to the end zone. Just couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, maybe no one. I think he just had to catch it. He would have been in. He's been great all night. That's a drop he'll think about on the way home. 38-6 Hornets, 3rd and goal now. Late subs coming in for each side. Since Central Arkansas sub, the Hornets will be allowed to. As Sincere Massey coming in, and now looks like a timeout was taken by the Bears.
Timeout. Central Arkansas. They're first of the half. We need timeout.
Well, it's been a dance party tonight, the 9-1-6. Hornets feeling it.
Please welcome back to the field your Sacramento State dance team.
Sacramento State football is brought to you by the Future Automotive Group. Shop their entire inventory at futureautomotive.com, and by Pest Pros. Pest Solutions. Step up to the pros with Pest Pros. So after the timeout called by Central Arkansas, their offense back out on the field on a 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal.
It's Chambers in the backfield. And Richardson will keep it. Richardson will get into the end zone. No, they're going to spot him short. I thought he broke the plane, but the line judge on that side said his knee was down first. So a 4th and goal from the 1.
His knee did go down. Usually when they stick the ball out, they'll stretch their legs, and he didn't do that.
Well, this makes absolute sense to go for the 4th down. You're trying to build some momentum for the rest of this season. Down big 38-6. And they're going absolute jumbo formation. Is this a version of the tush push here? A trailer in the backfield. Chambers. Richardson will give to Chambers. He goes airborne and elevates and lands into the end zone for a touchdown for the Bears.
Chambers can do it all. Touchdown for the Bears first off, but just went up and over. He can run over people. He went up and over there. Nice play by him.
Well designed, fake the dive handoff, and nice vertical there. Got in even while getting knocked around a bit.
Yeah, really nice vertical by the big fella. 220 pounds.
And now Caleb Jones on for the extra point. Hit one off the upright in the first half. And this attempt right down the middle. So 38-13. After the second touchdown of the game for Central Arkansas, the 1-yard score by Chambers.
Bears 13.
So Sacramento State feeling good, leading 38-13, still early fourth.
Hey, adventure seekers.
A lot of people having a good time tonight here in Sacramento. In fact, look at that group. 13,253 in attendance tonight here at Hornet Stadium. As we said, game 2 of 3 consecutive games at home. They open up Big Sky play next week against Cal Poly right back here, 6 o'clock. And the Bears just got their last score, 7 plays, 75 yards. Took a little over 2.5 minutes. And it finished with a Chambers 1-yard touchdown run. This kick will go deep to Tim Connerly, and he drops that one, but now we'll scoop it up, see if he can make something out of it. And Connerly is spun around and down, lost the ball at the end of the play. Central Arkansas is claiming they've got it. I think the official on the far side will say that Connerly was down. But that's the kind of thing that could flip a little momentum here after the last score by the Bears. Looks like that was Dude Person in there for the Bears, but it will be Hornet ball.
The ruling on the field is the ball was carrier was down prior to the ball coming out.
So 1st and 10 from the 15 for the Hornets. There, the Hornets have put up 485 yards of offense. Here's another look at that. Looked like his arm was across the ground, caused the fumble.
Yeah, he was down.
So the offense back out there. And Jaden Rashada will be quarterback. I was wondering about this. The booth might be calling for a replay here.
Previous play,
down prior to fumbling is under further video review.
Now you're going to have to see, was he on top of the tackler, but then still the ground can't cause the fumble.
Yeah, and for those that joined us last week on the broadcast, Darren, it's always nice when the replay booth comes in. They check in with us before the game. We got some clarity on that play from Urena a week ago where the Hornets looked like they got a strip sack. He was throwing in the motion and he got hit, but they were talking about possession of the ball that he had in his left hand, and that's what ultimately kind of forced them to overturn the call.
You heard when I asked him, because I thought he got hit and the ball went forward. The replay official said even though he got hit and his arm was going forward and he had control of the football.
I think that was the key part. If that was loose in any way, shape, or form here on the return, see if we get a good look from our crew here on this fumble. And the ball definitely came out. The question is, was it on the ground first? And let's see if this angle's a little better. What do you see?
I think this might be the best angle, because I think he's on top of the tackler. See, he's never down right there, but
is that coming out at all? That's really tough to tell. There's the arm. There it comes out, but now the arm has hit the turf.
Yes. But he was not down.
Correct.
Did his arm hit and the ground caused the fumble?
Yeah.
Great job by the truck.
Yeah.
Getting that.
Yep, absolutely. Our crew, dynamite job. Based on what we're seeing on the field, the Hornet offense, which was ready to take the field, now looks like they're retreating, and the defense may be coming out here. So we'll wait for the official word. But if this, in fact, is overturned, that would be the second straight week on the Hornets. But, Darren, more importantly for the Bears, their first turnover forced of the season.
Right.
Don't forget, stick around post game. We got fireworks and then a performance coming up by DBG on the field. Stick around. That's coming up.
After review, the ruling on the field has changed. The ball carrier fumbled the ball, was recovered by the kicking team, first down.
Well, not only a turnover, but incredible field position. And we see Brendan Marion out at the 40-yard line, wants the explanation there. You can see him walking to the head referee here, Rob Coelho.
I think yeah, it's like you said. I think they're saying the ball was coming out before his elbow hit down or his arm.
So in your years of coaching, did you ever get a satisfactory explanation from a referee? I'm putting you out there. Only when the calls are right, correct?
You know, I'm still coaching right now, so I don't want to give you bad calls.
Plead the fifth.
And I'll call you after the game, and he says, yeah, you said to Jason that we do a bad job, so since we're doing a bad job, let's do a bad job.
Yeah. Put that on me, Darren. You can put it on me. All right, well, the turnover opportunity here for the Bears. They're still down big, but they can tack on 2 straight scores here, 38-13. Richardson goes under center. It's a play action. Steps up, and he is going to go down. So Sacramento State gets to the quarterback, and that is going to be McLaughlin again. No, make it Hampston.
Hampston, look at him just bending that corner. Tremendous job by him, bending that corner, coming around it, making that play there. That's 2 tonight, right?
Yes, incredible work by Dylan Hampston. 2nd and 3rd sack on the year. And so now all of a sudden it's 2nd and 18 for the Bears.
2nd and 18.
Richardson to throw. Steps up, fires underneath, diving for it, and making the catch, but getting a few yards back. Malachi Henry on the grab. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 12.
Malachi went down and got that ball. Hornets was playing deep on that, let him catch anything underneath and then rallying and making the tackle.
For Malachi Henry, his 5th catch of the night. Make it 3rd and long now. And Richardson steps up again in the pocket, and down he goes. The Hornets are turning into Sac State here. Xavier Williams is in there, also Hampston.
Let's see who gets this. We're coming off the edge. Hampton was underneath and probably get a half each, right?
Yeah.
Great play by Williams, though. Coming around and then coming back underneath to get to the quarterback, and Hampton just turning that corner, making a play.
The Hornets had 7 sacks in the opening week, and that should be number 6 on the night. This is going to be a much longer kick now for Caleb Jones. And Jones boots this one, and so after the turnover, they turn it into points. Still Hornets 38. Add 3 more to the Bears. 38-16. 10:29 left in the 4th. Well, 2 straight scores by the Bears as the Hornets still lead 38-16. And the Hornets jumped out quickly. That 21-0 start added more. As you see by quarter, a shutout in the 3rd, but now the Bears have shut out the Hornets 10-0 here in the 4th. Sacramento State still up 38-16.
Sac State had 485 yards coming into the 4th quarter.
As this kickoff goes near the goal line, the Hornets will bring it out, and they're going to pass it back as a lateral from Hammond. And redirecting and trying to find a course of action, just nowhere to go. So the Hornets go to the trick play, trying to get it to Flash, Ernest Campbell, but don't even get out to the 20-yard line. But Darren, last time before the call was overchanged, we were going to see Jaden Rashada, and I got to believe we're going to see him again here. And look, he was the decorated quarterback, started week 1, started week 2 before he got hurt. This is a good opportunity for him.
Great opportunity for him to come out. Let's see what he can do. He was able to watch the game, saw what worked, know what didn't work, and let's see what happens.
And Sammy Norris in the backfield with him, along with freshman Jaquail Smith as a running back. They really like Smith. This is such a talented running back group. This is Smith, and he just can't find a lane to get through. Gets a yard or 2 out to the 17. So 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Hornets. As we mentioned, Rashada, a 3-star, make it a 4-star quarterback, was the 7th ranked QB coming out of the class of 2023. Spent time at Arizona State, at Florida, at Georgia. And his arm talent, Darren, there's not many at any level that have got an arm like Jaden Rashada.
No, I saw him at Arizona State. He played really well the games he started there, and he can throw the football.
Here he'll try it. Far sideline throw, and it's complete. And a hit on that far sideline. But it's good for a Hornet 1st down out to the 27-yard line. As Jordan Anderson on the catch.
And just as you're talking about it, he's on this side, this hash.
Offense. Too many men in the backfield. The 5-yard penalty. Second down.
He's on this hash. He throws that ball all the way to the sideline right there.
With ease.
With ease.
Yeah.
Quick, fast, in a hurry.
Yep.
Got it there.
So the first down is negated. Hornets go back to the 10. So Rashada in the offense working deep in their own territory. On a night where they had their first 100-yard rusher. Rashada will give to the freshman Jaquale Smith. He'll try to bounce to the outside. Nowhere to go up front. A lot of pressure there by the Bears. And they do a good job of denying any kind of run.
Yeah, they're just stacking the box right now because they feel that Sac State's going to run. But Cobbs and Clark and Traylor and company and Lewis and Jones, they're doing a nice job playing downhill.
That was Allen there on your screen that ended up with that tackle. So he's getting some reps here on 3rd down and long for the Hornets. Under 9 to play. Jaden Rashada is going to throw from the end zone. Steps, fires, deep route on the sideline. On target. What a throw and catch on the sideline there for the Hornets near midfield. And it goes to Jordan Anderson.
What a throw by Rashada there. Standing in the pocket tall. Look at this throw. Catches it in stride. Gets hit. First down, Hornets.
Drops it between 2 defenders. Perfect spiral. And that's where the ball had to be. Here's a quick handoff. And the Hornets get it to the midfield logo, right to the 50, as Henderson continuing to add to his first career 100-yard rushing day. The Hornets a couple years ago, Darren, you knew it when you were calling the games on TV, used a 2 QB attack in Asher O'Hara and Jake Dunaway. This isn't truly a 2 quarterback attack. Could they implement that? Not that Williams isn't doing just fine, but you got 2 talented guys.
You really do. You have a lot of talent at every position. And I'm going to stay in my lane up here. And whatever Coach Marion does, I think it's a great thing.
Yeah.
So, but he does. You're right. He has 2 great quarterbacks. He has 5 great running backs. He has a whole bunch of receivers that can play, and he has some great offensive linemen
that are starting to gel week by week. And what will the rest look like? Well, how about another home game next week against Cal Poly? Then, Darren, the bye week. Road game at Weber, which is always a tough place to play, back here at home for Northern Colorado, and the nationally televised game against Montana in front of the big stage on ESPN. On 2nd down and long, Rashada, deep ball, wide open, it's flash, touchdown, Hornets, 50 yards.
10.02. And Jaden Rashada with that arm. You saw the Hornets right there. Throws it deep. Flash gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Hornets.
Big play. Ernest Campbell just waited for the football. Ran right by the defense. Look at that, Darren. He is wide open.
Just running by him. Look at that speed. He's waiting on the ball like he's fair catching a punt and gets into the end zone for the Hornets. Good protection. Great throw. Great route. Touchdown.
3 straight weeks of touchdowns for Ernest Campbell. For Jaden Rashada, his first passing touchdown as a Hornet. Extra point is good. 45 on the board. So for Ernest Campbell, Darren, on that play, a 50-yard touchdown in the last, let's see, 12 seasons since 2013. These are the players that have had 50-yard touchdowns, 2 of them or more in a season. And that's the great DeAndre Carter, Andre Lindsey, and Pierre Williams. Well, now Campbell has his 3rd already. And this is week 4.
He can play.
I mean, let's get another look. And the line protects Rashada, Darren, and then the rest is just speed and talent.
Waiting for the snap here. You see the snap. Play fake. Moves to his right a little. Just lets that go.
Easy.
Easy.
You know, last week we were on the call, and Rashada, who delivered that one, it was probably the one time he overthrew Campbell, which I don't know that you can ever do it. Campbell had to wait for that one, but fantastic work. And, yeah, celebrate a little bit, Ernest.
I love it.
45-16, 50-yard touchdown, 5 plays, 86 yards, and the Hornets tack on some more. And now the Bears will bring their return out to just across the 20. So Central Arkansas on their offense will take over. It's an embarrassment of riches, though, to have that much talent. We've talked about the depth at D-line, the depth at running back, the depth at quarterback, the solid offensive line. Just keep putting it together week by week.
Coach came in and did a tremendous job. Coach and his staff did a tremendous job recruiting. They hit the road and they got it done.
And they have the #1 recruiting class in the nation, and one of those guys is this guy, Jaden Rashada, as you see Campbell at the top of your screen, and just get right past the defense here and make it an easy work. All right, here's Chambers running hard, continues to run hard out to the 30-yard line. See if he can get a 100-yard game. Had one 2 weeks ago. He's getting close to 90 now.
Yeah, he had 83 coming into the fourth quarter, 83 yards.
This is Chambers again. That hard run gets a first down out to the 36. And a marker down. He's getting the workload now, over 20 carries.
Holding on defense, huh?
Defense number 93. 10-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. An automatic first down.
It was on Malachi Kindle for the Hornets. Right there in the middle of your screen there. He's called for the hold. You don't see defensive holding on a D lineman very often.
And I didn't see it there either.
45-16 is the lead for the Bears. And Richardson wants to throw. Steps into that throw. That's Malachi Henry, and Lamont Johnson-Burrell will usher him out of bounds. But in Hornet territory, that's a gain of 12, first down.
That was a nice throw. Nice route, nice throw, good protection. That's what you want to look at. I'm sure Coach Brown is just saying, hey, let's finish this game off. When I turn on that tape in the fourth quarter, I want to see you guys playing well and playing hard.
Yep, got to build. And, you know, Coach Brown told us, Darren, he's like, I'm very honest. He goes, look, I think the Hornets have the best talent we're going to see, with maybe the exception of Missouri. He goes, now, we got to see how they play together. Tarleton is really good, and they thumped them last week. They're third in the nation, but he loved the Hornets' talent. Here's Chambers up the middle, and high steps his way and battles for more yards, nearly gets 10 as he takes it to the Hornet 33.
Love that guy, the way he's running tonight, running hard, breaking tackles, running up the middle. Look at his offensive line. Body on the body, he's able to get through and get to that second level, and you see Casciola and company bring him down.
And for Landon Chambers, congratulations, his second 100-yard rushing game of the season. That'll put him over at 21 carries for 108 on that 9-yard run.
42 seconds on the game clock to start on my whistle.
40 seconds on the play clock.
Well, that total yardage number you now see on your screen, 265 for Central Arkansas, 576 for the Hornets. Just a dominant performance. And a run to the Bears sideline after that handoff went to Chapman McCown. And he gets a first down, closer to the red zone, takes it to the 22.
Nice run by McCown from Norman, Oklahoma.
And was at the University of Oklahoma and transferred. That's what Coach Brown also told us. Tough to get the transfer portal. They lose guys and trying to get more guys to stay in the program longer. Here's McCown. Juggled it, in fact, dropped it, couldn't secure it. Incomplete. So second down and 10.
Coach is giving the sideline official a couple of words over there.
Yeah, he's been very animated most of the night for Nathan Brown. So second and 10. Hornets just over 6 minutes away from evening their record at 2-2 after that 2-loss beginning, that tough one at South Dakota State, and the one that got away from them at Nevada. Really good response to level their record here. Here's a handoff to Chambers, and Chambers running off the edge is tackled in the backfield. And Rocha in there on the tackle. Look, Rocha's been in a lot tonight, Darren, after the injury early to Derek Houston, who never came back.
Rocha's had a good game tonight. He's been playing, he's been in that backfield a lot, playing that linebacker spot, doing a good job.
So 3rd and 10, just 3 of 13 on 3rd down for the visiting Bears. Richardson will throw, looks, has a man, it's caught. Hornets in pursuit. Good job of tackling in the open field, as that was Elias Mulligan after the grab by Pollard.
Yeah, just sat that down, caught the football, wasn't able to get the first down, but this is definitely 4th down territory.
So 4th and 5 on 4th down. This is the best stat of the night for the Bears. They've converted all 3. This is 4th and 6. See if they can get more points on the board here in the final 5 minutes. They'll stack 2 at the bottom of your screen. Richardson to throw. Feels the heat. And he'll go down again. Another sack for the Hornets. They have been in the backfield all night just feasting and eating, and they get another sack. And this time it's Jalen McLaughlin.
Is that 3 for him tonight?
I got to get to my defensive stats here to check out the numbers here, Darren. You got 2.5 for Hampston. That is the 3rd for McLaughlin. You got 1 for Wright, 1 for Casciola, a half sack for Xavier Williams. That is their 7th of the evening.
You just saw him coming off that block there. That coverage was good. That's called a coverage sack, obviously. You got to give the credit to the guys in the back there. Nice coverage, and McLaughlin was able to get his 3rd sack of the night.
So for the 2nd time this season, the Hornets have 7 sacks in a game. Their opener against South Dakota State. Man out tonight, 45-16. Rashada will hand it off. And a good hard run on 1st down for the Hornets out to the 29-yard line. Well, we said before the game, Darren, they're going to fall just a bit short of the goal that Coach Marion wants. He wants to hold opposing teams to under 100 yards rushing. Well, actually, they're at that. They're at 92 because of the sacks, and he wants 300 yards rushing. They can get it if they have a big drive here on the ground. Well, here's Henderson in the open space, 2nd and 3rd level out to the 41 for a 1st down.
Nice run by Henderson. Another 1st down run by him right up the middle, running hard. That offensive line getting off the ball. Abdullah, Riley, and Soto right up that middle there, getting off the football, opening up those holes.
Hornets downshifting a bit now with the game in control and taking their time. Just trying to chew up this 4 minutes that remain on the game with Jaden Rashada now in. 2 for 2, 88 yards and a touchdown. And Henderson at 134. He'll add no more there as he goes backwards for a yard. Good job up front by the defense of the Bears. And so they'll lose a yard there.
Some nice play by that defensive line, just holding that line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, it was Jabril Whittle, right, on that stop.
In a 40-clock situation, start it when the play is over.
I feel like there was scolding going on there.
They did say that with a heavy voice, right?
Yes. 2nd down and long. Hornets at 252 on the ground at the moment. There's a few more yards for Henderson. So his day, 14 carries, Darren, for 135 and a score, including that 85-yard jaunt.
135. Love it.
And that's the beauty of this team. So Cal Poly's going to look at this film and think about Henderson, but it could be Hammond, it could be Adams, it could be if Curtis is back. There's so many different guys. You just can't focus in on one.
You cannot.
3rd and long for the Hornets, under 3 to go. They'll run. This is Henderson. Not much of a lane there, but gets as much as he can out to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 2, set up 4th down and 6.
Little punt right here, just running that football. Gonna wait till that clock runs down. There's 27 seconds left on it.
Yeah, they can't quite take it to the 2-minute timeout, so we'll see if Coach Marion calls the timeout with that time chewing up as much of it as possible. But look, when you start 0-2, Darren, and you got a lot of hype on this team, but you respond with 2 convincing wins. think the confidence is back with this group. They quickly run the punt team on. They got 1 second to snap it, and I don't think they're going to get that off. They may just take this penalty, and they will. So delay a game, leaving 2:03.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
But let's talk about what this is building in the confidence department.
Well, being around the team, I felt Coach did not let their confidence get down. Talked about the Nevada game. Talked about where they were. Expectations. I think the confidence was always here.
Well, and they're showing it tonight and adding to an impressive performance, 45-16 after the fair catch there. We hit the 2-minute timeout. As the Hornets are trying to even their record, they can sense it. It's been a good night in the capital city for the home team in total control. All right, time for our defensive player of the game, brought to you by Pest Pros. Pest Solutions, reminding you to step up to the pros. Your hometown defensive line against pests. And Darren, we got some stats or some highlights here from our player of the game.
5 tackles, 3 solo tackles, 2.5 sacks, and 3.5 tackles for loss.
And that's going to go to Dylan Hampson. Just a dominant performance by him and this Hornet team overall. 45-16 is our score. Now we're just getting out the final 2 minutes here as the Bears take it out to the Hornet 20 or to their own 24-yard line.
Number 20, Jalen Washington.
That was Washington, second time in 4 games with 7 sacks by the Hornets. Washington hit in the backfield. That'll be another tackle for loss while being blocked and still making the tackle. That was impressive.
Really impressive.
Jefferson made the play there.
Jefferson made a nice play there on a Kilgore Community College on that D line, playing on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
So 3rd down and long as we get to the final minute here of this 4th quarter. There's a dump off out to the flat. And the Hornets are going to keep him short of the 1st down. That was grabbed by Jalen Washington. And so for the visiting Central Arkansas Bears, it's been a long night. They got some proud alums, though, including Florida State football coach Mike Norvell. Scottie Pippen was once a Central Arkansas Bear. Basketball's greats.
Yeah, Mulligan, man, he made a nice play there, getting off the block, making that tackle down the field there. Nice play by him.
4th and 5. Richardson to try to keep this drive alive, and it's 8 is enough. It's the 8th time tonight. The Hornets get in the backfield and get another sack.
Getting up the field, that's what Coach wanted him to do. I'm sure Coach Patton is ecstatic down there. Getting up the field, look at him play, getting off blocks, making plays, coming off the edge, bending that corner. All those things is what a defensive coordinator wants to see his team doing to finish off the football game.
And the Hornets sideline showing love for Micah Mosley, getting his first career sack there. And no matter where you are in the depth chart, get out there and show that you can play, and that's what the Hornets are doing tonight. 8 sacks, my goodness. Did you see how many yards for loss there? 13 tackles, 56 yards for loss there on those tackles in the backfield. It's Rashada and Adams now with just 51 seconds to go. Adams will run it, and seeking a lane there takes it to the 14. Hornets will have to run one more play. And the backside official is stopping play here. Brendan Marion just wants these final 49 to expire and get 2 straight wins.
Game clock operator, please put 45 seconds to the game clock to start my whistle.
That was nicer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Less direct.
He was, that still was the heavy voice.
There was some direction to that.
Yeah.
So 40 seconds left. Hornets have to run one more play here. Potentially more if they want. We'll see how aggressive they are. It'll be Adams. Adams up the middle. Churns his way to the 10. And so Sacramento State, with that early punch, attacked the Bears, opened up a 21-0 lead, make it 28 in the second quarter, and they're going to cruise their way to even their record at 2-2 with a dominant performance. And so the non-league portion of the schedule is done. The Hornets get to 2-2. And this homestand so far, very successful. A win last week, and for Coach Marion, his second as coach. And the record even up at 500, dropping the Bears to 1-3. 45-16 your final, Darren, and I think all aspects of this, offense, defense, special teams, coaching staff, they'll always find something, but a lot to like.
I'm still stuck on 8 sacks. That's a lot of sacks. And the running backs, I mean, Henderson had a heck of a night. We got to talk about Chambers from for the Bears. He had a heck of a night for the Bears, but Williams had a night, and Rashada came in and did what Rashada was supposed to do. He threw the ball well.
Well, now you start league play next week, and you got to feel it's a confident group that feels good about them. And Cal Poly, a longtime rival. League is where it really matters. You're trying to make a postseason. All the goals are still in front of the Hornets, Darren, but really league play is critical starting next week.
It really is, because that's what's going to get you into the playoffs, is what you do within the league and how you play and where you finish. So I think Coach has him right where he wants him. He has 2 great quarterbacks that can play. He has 5 running backs that can get it done. He's deep on the offensive line. You saw the D-line. We had to look down the roster to get some of those names, and they came in and nothing changed. They got sacks as well. Defensive backs played well, and receivers are just unbelievably fast.
Well, the Hornets are all gathered at midfield. It's going to be fireworks night, a post-game concert as well, but the day started with optimism and hope, and it was all fulfilled with a big night by that group. The defense got 8 sacks, the big plays through the air and on the ground as well, a dominant performance in front of 13,253. Our thanks to our entire crew, our producer Dave Cox, our director Joe Condry, our entire crew, our booth producer Ross Rumsey as well. For Darren Arbett, I'm Jason Ross. Thank you so much for watching. It's a good night in the 916 as the Hornets win 45-16.